telling me about how you want to empower the youth and figure out how we can creatively deliver a more positive, impactful youth.
So actually what we'd like to do is follow a bit in the footsteps of the US in terms of creating avenues for young content creators, young creatives to make some money. So we have here a hotel, the Kenya Getaway, and we have a lot of rooms, right? Yeah. And now with COVID and everything that's happening, those rooms are empty.
Yes.
So now we're giving creatives the opportunity that, okay, with your following, if you guys can bring us guests, and now we're going to create a platform, a portal that you can show, look, through who and whose name I've come to Kenya. If you guys can bring us enough people, we will give you commission. So from the first person to the 100th person, you get your commission. Now it's based on how much work you can do, right? So rather than creatives just saying, okay, no one is helping them, let's help them. Let's stand with our creatives of Kenya. Let's create solutions. Because there's so many problems. So we're saying, okay, we don't mind paying you guys, bring the work. So I think that's where we're at right now.
One thing for me is that I like when businesses show their partisanship with our industry.
Yes.
Because they believe in what we can deliver.
100%. I mean, the youth are our future.
Yes.
The youth is today. The youth are deciding on where their parents are staying now. The youth are deciding on where the masses are going now. The youth are deciding on what is trendy.
That's true.
So if we can be on the front line of what the youth are doing, and I'm a youth, and I'm leading a business, if we can be on the front line of what the youth are doing and what we are creating, we will stay relevant.
I agree completely. Why come to Kenya? What is
perfect.
Your interest?
Okay, so why come to Kenya at this point? I mean, we are the hotel of the youth. Our suppliers are young. The people who are running our systems are young. Our directors are young. We are a place of empowerment. We are a place of fun, or a place of business, and we are all-rounded hotel. So where you'd come out here is for a different experience. See what the youth are doing now, not the future. We always hear the future, nini. What are you doing? Yeah, what we're going to do. I mean, but what are we doing now?
Oh, yes.
We're here. You and I are here talking.
Yeah.
We are examples of what the youth are doing today. All right, that we can build on what we have and grow it.
I agree completely. It's not about what we will do. It's what our first step is now.
Right now.
So why should youth in diaspora be interested in coming back to Kenya? One may ask.
Well, the biggest thing that has been crippling Africa, and crippling us as a people, is brain drain. So right now, as a continent, we don't have a sufficient brain base, as horrible as that may sound. We don't have enough thinking people to take us to that next step. So what we as the people need to do is incentivize our youth and our people in diaspora to come back. Because those are people who are going to create industry. Those are people who are going to create opportunities. Those are people who are going to create the future. We need to do it now. And I keep calling for that.
I think just to add on to your point, because earlier on we discussed about privatization.
Yes.
And I think, yes, there's still, despite us having infrastructure now, there's still quite an infrastructure gap. And if we are to encourage diaspora to come in, we should also have them privatize those things.
Yes.
In order to deliver better services and employment.
I mean, privatization may be the way Africa is going.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that these systems of corruption, it's very hard. It's so hard to fight a system that is in your DNA, right? That has been inbred. So let's look at Runda Water. Runda Water is a community that came together, said, okay, we need water, and created a company around it. And look how well it's working compared to Nairobi Water. Where Nairobi Water, I mean, you can have sewage lines running into your tap water. It makes no sense. We have seen that state-run organizations in Africa are failed. So why don't we try to privatize them? Let's just do things different. My call is not that we're going to do anything perfect, right? Yeah. I'm not calling for us to do things perfectly. We don't know what the future holds. But let's try something new. We're getting stuck doing the same thing and refusing to change.
Another thing, I wish I'd met more people that think like you, because what I'm seeing is too much of our youth now is being robbed into the materialistic way of thinking. We're into that soft life of
The soft life.
chasing champagne and
chasing
having,
shambas, man. I mean,
parties. We should be, looking at building our own
But I mean-
empires at home.
we should, and we will. The thing is, we as the youth have the power. We as the youth are today. This thing of chasing quick cash is the things our parents' generation did. The ones who have crippled us to where we're at. We've seen it hasn't worked. This thing of soft life is not going to work. Let's get down, let's get dirty, let's work. So what I'm saying is I'll provide like a step for the creatives here. But let's all come together and create a step wherever you are for the next man. If all of us can do that, all right, all of us in privileged positions, because I'm not coming here as someone who is just coming from nowhere. I've had an establishment. So some people may come and say, oh, it's unfair. True, it is. But rather than me complaining and fighting with them, let's create more solutions, let's create more opportunities for the rest of the people.
I completely agree. It's about making do with
What you have, exactly. Not complaining over what I don't have or feeling bad for what I was born with,
Yeah.
but let us create opportunities for where we are at now. Let's do it now.